Hey everyone, it's Cindy and welcome back to my channel. If you are really observant, you will notice that everything between this intro and when we get into the video has changed. The lighting has changed, my clothes, my hair, my makeup, and that's because I'm filming this on a different day, because on Friday the 29th, when today's video was broadcast, it was my anniversary. And so as soon as I'd finished doing my live video, me and my husband headed off and did some fun stuff to celebrate our 27 years together. So that's why, if you notice, everything is different. If you're new here, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing really well. Today's video is a replay from Feel Good Friday, which took place on Friday the 29th, as I said. And the topic was what to do if you are not earning what you want or need to in your business. And I covered off a few things with that one. It was about the sort of mindset blocks that might stop you, about setting income goals, and also about something about your sales and marketing techniques and what you need to be doing and you might not be doing. So if that sounds like it might be interesting to you, then keep watching to catch the video. If you want to join me live for Feel Good Friday, it's every single Friday at 9:30 AM on my page, which is the Feel Good Coach. I'll put a little thing up here. And you can join me live at 9:30, or if you want to, you can like my page and you'll get all the notifications you need. Alternatively, you can just subscribe to my channel right here and I will share it for you a few days later and you can catch up then. All the topics I cover are related to helping you in your business, whether it's a mindset thing or a business tool or technique that I'm going to teach you, or something to do with sales and marketing, all of that stuff, but all with a feel good emphasis, because that's what I'm all about. So anyway, if all of that sounds good to you, then just keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Feel Good Friday, and today we're talking about the hot topic from my most recent survey on my page, and that is that business owners who are not earning the income that they want or need. And you know, we're all in business because we want to make some money. We want to help people too, but we want the money because we need to pay our bills, and we want to have experiences with our families and all that kind of stuff. So the money bit is important. And I remember when I first started out in business in 2011, I thought if I made a website and got on social media, suddenly I would have clients coming to me. And as it turned out, that didn't happen. And I hear that a lot when people are starting out. The first thing they do is they create a website, and that's not necessarily the right thing to do. And so when I realised that that wasn't going to happen, I knew that something had to change, and that was learning about marketing. So today we're talking about the topic of not earning enough in our businesses. And the reason why I'm talking about it, in case I haven't met you yet, my name is Cindy Davis. I am the Feel Good Coach, and up until very recently I've been working solely as a life coach with business owners, helping them to be more successful by removing any sort of self-sabotage obstacles that they were putting in their own way. And I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years, and my clients have been getting, you know, a lot of success, and it's brilliant. And as a result, along the way, I have, in order to get those clients, I have had a lot of marketing training. I have invested heavily in my own knowledge about marketing with my own business coach. And I have realised recently that I've got a lot that I can share with business owners. So the reason why I'm talking about this topic today is that I do know about this stuff. I've been doing it for a long time and helping my clients. I just haven't really been talking about it. So I'm starting to shift that focus. So my aim today is to give you the information you need to increase your earning potential in your business, and to do it all without feeling slimy and smarmy and horrible. Because for me, authenticity, leading from the heart, is really, really important. And so anything that we can do with marketing that feels good is all right in my book. So if you are watching on the replay or you're watching live and you like that idea, then hit the heart button now so that we'll know. And let's talk about how we're going to cover this topic today. I'm going to do it in 3 sections. The first section is going to be about setting some income goals, and they might be it might be a slightly different way of approaching it than you're used to, so do stay tuned for that. In the second part, it'll be about looking out for the blocks that you might have. There are some common blocks that we have, beliefs and that kind of stuff, that can hold us back from earning the income that we want. And in the third part, I'll be talking about marketing and sales skills and processes. So that's how we're going to cover the topic of not earning enough in your business. If you're watching on the replay and you think this is going to be useful for somebody, or you jump in live, do tag that person. If it's a friend who's a life coach, or a therapist, or even someone in network marketing who needs to learn about how they can earn more income and without being slimy and salesy, then do tag them in the comments and make sure they see this. So let's get into part one. We've looked at, we've done all the introduction. It's time to move on. Part one is all about setting income goals. And the first thing to do is to think about how much money do you need? So it's a good idea to get your notebook out and write down like what all your bills are, what your overheads in your business are, any other costs and things, and that's your need, and maybe a bit extra for unexpected bills and stuff like that. So work out what you need to earn, and that's a good number to aim for to start with, just aiming for that need to earn. And then when you've got into the swing of things and you're starting to earn what you need, and you've got that sort of covered, you can start to think about what you want to earn. So you could be adding in things that you want to do that you currently can't do, like maybe have a holiday or pay for the holiday yourself, which might be something that you really want to do. So then you do this exercise again and you add in all the things that you might want to do, and then you find out what the income is that you want. So whether you're working from your need or your want income, it's really important to work out how many clients or customers you need in order to hit that level. And you have to remember to factor in putting some aside for tax as well, so make sure you count that in there. So what you need to do is you need to add up all of your clients and all the income you've got from clients over a period of time, a good period of time, and then divide it by the number of clients, and then you'll get an average number. So if you've had 10 clients at £100 each, that's really easy because the average number is 100. Maths isn't really my thing, but I'll explain it a bit better. Hang on. So you get your income that you've received over a period of time, which could be 3 months or a year, whatever you choose, depends how many clients you've had. And then you divide that total number of income by the number of clients to get your average. And that's your average client value, excuse me, or average order value. It depends whether you have repeating clients, it gets complicated, but let's just call it that, the average client value. And then you need to take that number and your income and divide your income by that average client number. So then you can work out how many clients you need to get each month. So it's a little bit of working out, but what's really useful about doing that is that it makes you very clear on how many clients you need to bring in, and it makes it a lot easier to plan. And setting goals, writing them down, you might have an idea in your head, that's fine, but writing goals down makes them more real for your subconscious mind. Your reticular activating system knows what it's looking for. It's a part of your brain that's goal seeking, and it will find opportunities for you to get the clients that you're looking for or the income that you're looking for in your business. If you don't write it down, it's kind of a bit wishy-washy and it doesn't really have the same effect. So once you've worked out how many clients you need every month, there's a whole lot of other stuff around that of, how many people do you need to have a conversation with, a sales conversation, to get that many clients, and then how many people do you need to actually be in contact with to get that many sales conversations booked in, and how many whatever you do you need to do in order to get that many people contacting you. So it's kind of like you kind of have to work it backwards, and then you know perhaps that you need to have 10 conversations in a month to get the number of clients you need, or you might need fewer than that or more. It depends on your business. So this is why it's so important to work out exactly how many clients you need to get the income you need or the income that you want. And also you need to factor into that how many hours you want to work in the week. And you've got to look at your numbers and actually be realistic with yourself and say, if I've got X amount of hours in the week and I need to have 10 conversations every week even to get the clients I need, well, there isn't perhaps the hours to do that and actually run your business. So maybe you need to look at your pricing, or maybe you need to look at a different business model. And that's a lot of what I'm doing now with my clients, is helping them to work out if their current business model is going to give what they need and what they want, or do they need to look at their business model and start to change it. And that's a bigger topic than I can cover in this video, but I will be putting together some stuff about that in the near future. So setting these income goals is really important because it helps us to get really clear, and it helps us to know that we are aiming towards what we need, covering the bills, making sure we paid things, and maybe even extra towards what we want. So that's why it's really, really important. So that's part one. Set some income goals. It will make a difference. Have a go, see how you get on. If you have any questions, of course, put them in the comments or get in touch with me and I will gladly help you out with that little bit. So that was part one. Let's move on to part two, which is about looking out for your blocks. Now, we all have blocks. We have beliefs that are formed throughout our lives, a lot of them when we're very young, and those beliefs can influence how we feel about things and then the action that we take or don't take, and therefore the results that we get. And quite often we have a lot of blocks or beliefs around whether we deserve to get that income that we want, whether we need more training. Quite often I hear from particularly therapists, coaches and people like that, that they need to do this one more course and then everything will work. And the trouble with that is sometimes you end up just doing training after training after training and never actually getting off the ground and doing the thing that you want to do. So look out for that one because it does come up quite often with people that I talk to. Then there's a lot of stuff around money and rich people and what it means to make a lot of money, to bring a lot of money in. People fear that they'll be seen as greedy, they'll be judged, all sorts of things. Because quite often, we set up a business, we want to achieve something more. We don't want to just kind of get by and pay the bills. There's something bigger that we want to do with our business. And that can raise all of these issues, these beliefs about, well, that's a bit greedy, I should be happy with what I've got. And so look out for blocks like that. And a really common one is imposter syndrome. It's that one where we feel like we're going to get caught out. We're going to get found out that we're not really as good as what we say we are or we think we are. And that's a really, really common block that a lot of us have. Also, look out for the one about not wanting to be salesy. So quite often we've got this belief that we have formed through the media and things that people say, that selling and salespeople are in some way not authentic and not, I can't think of the word, but anyway, they're not very nice people and they're in it just to get your money. And this is an opinion that we formed as a result of years of conditioning. And you think about of people my age, Arthur Daly in Minder, and he was a bit kind of like shady and all that kind of thing, car salesman. And that's the impression we get of sales. And we don't want to be like that because we're nice. I'm a nice person, I'm kind, I'm doing this to help people. Why would I want to be a nasty, shady salesperson? So that makes us then be at odds with what we're trying to achieve, because let me, break it to you right now. Whatever you're doing in your business, that's not your job. Your main job is marketing and sales. Because if you don't do marketing and sales, you won't have a business and you won't be able to do the thing that you do. So, you've got to get over that thing about being salesy. And there's ways of approaching it that are that don't feel slimy and smarmy. There's a lot of techniques out there that are quite underhand, shall we say. They don't feel right to me and I won't use them. But the techniques that I use, that I've learned from my business coach and other places, that make selling a much more happy proposition. Because really in selling, all we're doing is helping someone decide whether what we've got to offer is the right thing for them and help them make the decision. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's an opportunity for us to find out if actually what we've got is right for them, if they need it. If they don't need it, then we don't sell it to them. Simple as that. So look out for that in yourself, that thing of like, ooh, I don't like selling, because that can really, really hold you back from achieving the income goals that you set for yourself. Because whatever you do, no matter how hard you try, you will unconsciously find a way of sabotaging yourself whenever you're in a selling situation. And nobody wants that. So if you can resonate with any of this, do please comment below, let me know what you think, because this is something I hear, all the time, these blocks I'm talking about right now. I hear them all the time, just in conversations with my clients and just with people I meet at networking or whatever. It happens all the time. So that's what tells me that these things are important and we have to deal with them. So when I'm working with my clients, I can use tools and techniques to help clear those beliefs really quickly and easily. And I have a client who came to me in April, I believe, and her income has gone up, or sales have gone up by 400%, I think, since then, which is pretty good going. And we haven't done any business coaching, marketing coaching. I've just been focusing on mindset with her, and she's had these results. So that really is quite incredible. Just a few blocks like that can hold you back from, a 400% increase in your sales. So, time to take notice. So that was part 2, looking out for your blocks around sales and money and needing more training and all that kind of stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to part 3, which is all about your marketing and sales skills and your processes. So you need to look at what you're currently doing and be honest with yourself. Are you doing enough marketing? Do you even know what it is? Have you got processes in place and systems and automation to make it as easy as possible for yourself? Have you got a funnel? Have you got a way of bringing new people who've never heard of you into your world and showing them, demonstrating how good you are at what you do, so that they might want to contact you and find out if they can work with you? Because wouldn't it be lovely if instead of having to go looking for clients all the time, you had people contacting you and asking you? Wouldn't that be lovely? And that can happen. That can absolutely happen. But you have to have certain things in place that will bring those people into you, attract them to you. And so if you don't know enough about marketing and you're not doing it, you don't really know what you're doing, then you're in a bit of bother, really, aren't you, with your business? If we go back to my point earlier that really your job is marketing and sales, it's a good idea to find out as much as you can about how to do it well. And marketing, really, all that is about is letting the people who could be your ideal clients know how you might be able to help them, and giving them ways that they can get warmed up and get closer to you, so that eventually you can have that conversation face to face. You can't go straight from cold person who's never heard of you to sale. Well, you can, but not very often. So it's that warming up process and bringing people in, nurturing them. But first of all, it's about demonstrating what you can do so that they can go, that person might be able to help me. I'm going to look at some more of their stuff. I wonder if they could be the one to help me. And that's all marketing is. That's all it is. It's not some horrible, scary thing. That's all it is. But of course, there's ways of doing it that are better than others. So look closely at your marketing, and if you think you're doing enough, that's great. Are you getting the income you want? If you're not, I would suggest that perhaps there's improvement that you could make in your marketing. I'm going to be sharing some more information over in videos over the next months, I don't know how long, about marketing and sales and that kind of thing. But for the moment, that's all we're going to talk about with marketing. And then selling. Do you know how to sell? Because remember I said it is just about having a conversation where you find out what the client needs, what the potential client needs. And then you find out whether your thing meets that need. And then you help them make a decision. And again, there's ways of doing that well, and there's ways of doing it not so well. And obviously, the more you can tweak it and improve it, the more sales you're going to do, the more clients you're helping, the more people you're making a difference for, and the more money you can earn and reach your goals. And obviously, that's why we're all doing this. So you need to look at your marketing and sales and your processes. So all three of these things will help you to address that initial problem of not earning the income that you want and need. And it's really important, because if you're not earning your income, then you might not be able to continue with your business. And that's a scary thought. And nobody wants to sort of pack it in and go and get a job. Well, I don't think, hello moth, go away. Well, I don't think, most people in business would not want to do that. And I don't want that to happen to you either, because what you're doing is valuable and the world needs what you're doing. So I want you to get better at marketing and better at selling so that you can help more people, because I just want to help people, and I can help more people by helping you help more people. That sounds a bit cheesy, but that's from the heart. That's what I mean. That's why I'm here doing this. Absolutely. So again, if this is resonating with you, comment below. Let's share our experiences, because it really helps people, even if you're watching on the replay, because we can all come back and comment and have a discussion. So do remember to put your thoughts down below in the comments. If you would like some more help with your marketing and sales and finding out how well you are actually doing, and perhaps get some pointers to improve things, then I have just created a new session. It is called a marketing health check. And in that session, we will look at where you are with your business and your marketing, what things that you want to achieve, and some of the things that might be holding you back in terms of your marketing, and maybe some of those blocks as well. And you'll come away from that with 3 actionable tips that you can go away and do that will help you get results if you do them. So if that's something you're interested in, I will be putting a link in the description. So do look in the description in a little bit. It takes a while to update after I've been live, but I will do that. And that session is retails at £199, but I would like to offer that to you absolutely free of charge. I'll give you a coupon code that you can use when you book it. And I will make that available to the first 5 people that get in touch. So you can either comment yes down below, or you can send me a message via my page. At the top there's a little button that says message. And the first 5 people will get a free session. So if that's something you would like to do, then do get in touch. And that session will happen online or on the phone. So whichever you choose. And therefore, it doesn't matter where you are in the country, you can still take advantage of that offer. So that's part 3. Excuse me for being a bit breathless. I'm having a bit of a health thing, and I'm just getting through it, so that's why I get a bit breathless. Right, so we've done parts 1, 2 and 3. We are closing the session down. We have come to the end of our time. And in the first part, we talked about setting income goals and how you can work out roughly how many clients you need, perhaps how many conversations you need to have to get those clients to meet your income goals that you have written down clearly in a notebook for your reticular activating system to start working away on. And we talked about looking out for your blocks. There's a lot of common blocks in business, particularly around money and income. So looking out for those blocks and identifying them and using tools to get rid of them. There's plenty of tools out there that you can use, or you can work with someone like me who can help you do that. And then it's about looking at your marketing and sales skills and processes, because those things are going to be absolutely key to the income that you earn. And of course, I've made my offer to you of this session, the marketing health check session, which you can take advantage of if you're in the first 5 to say yes. My aim today was to give you enough info so that you can start to increase your earning potential. If you look at all of those 3 things and you put some actions in place, you set your income goals, you look for your blocks and you clear them, and you improve your marketing skills and sales skills, put processes in place and some automation. All of that will increase your earning. There's no two ways about it, that will work. So that was my aim. I think I've met it today. I hope I have. Do please let me know what you think. And of course, if you like the video, give it a like, press the heart button, share it with your friends, and share the love, and tag anyone that you think might find it useful, particularly life coaches, therapists and network marketers, because this stuff works for everyone. So thank you so much for watching. Next week I'll be talking about another business challenge. The survey that was out last week, I've extended it for another week because we didn't have a massive response to it. So if you'd like to decide what I'm talking about next week, do please take part in the survey, and you could be in with the chance of winning an even better session than the marketing health check. You could have a proper marketing strategy session where we will actually go through your marketing and get some changes done and get you set up so that you are getting results from that straight away. And that session retails at £300. You could win that for free just by taking part in the survey. So I'll make sure the link's in the description, wherever it goes, on Facebook here, can't remember, and you can just enter that as well. So it just remains me to mess up my words and say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you next Friday here on my page for Feel Good Friday. Bye! So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it really useful. I shared some really good tips in there, so do take note. All of that stuff will help you earn more money if you actually do something about it. And I want you to be successful the same way you do, so get on and do it. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. So next week in the video Feel Good Friday, that's not a sentence. In next week's Feel Good Friday, I'll be covering off a topic that you'll have voted for over on my page. So if you want to get involved with that, head there now and vote, as long as it's before Thursday, the 5th of October. And if you do enter, if you do vote, you will be entered into a prize draw, and you could win a full-length marketing strategy session with me, which is worth £300. It's what I sell it for. So if you would like to get access to that, get entered into the prize draw, then click on the link which will be in the description box, and make sure you join me for next Feel Good Friday. And have a fabulous day, have a fabulous week, and I'll speak to you in the next video.